Chapter 9 of Vairagya Satakam by Bhartrhari. Translated by Swami Madhavananda. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Uday Sagar. Worship of Shiva. Asamsara Tribhuvanamidam Chinvatam Tatathadruk Naivasmakam Nayana Padavim Shrotra Margam Gato Va Yo Yam Datte Vishayakarino Ghadaghoodabhimana Kshibasyantakaranakarinaha Samyamalana Leelam. 81. O dear, in your quest through the three worlds from the very beginning of the creation, none such as come within sight or hearing that can play the part of a controlling trap for the elephant of his mind when maddened by the mysterious, deep-rooted infatuation for the female elephant of sense object. Anaya is an elephant trap. Another reading is Alana, which means a tying post for an elephant. Kshibasya, of the maddened. Yadet tatsvachandam viharana makarpanyamashanam saharyai samvasaha shrutumupashamaika vratafalam mano mandaspandam bahirapi chirasyapi vimrushanna jane kasyaisha parinati rudarasya tapasaha. 82. This freedom to wander about, this food to which no meanness attaches, the company of holy men, the cultivation of Vedic wisdom, of which, unlike other vows, the only fruit is spiritual peace, the mind also restrained in its movements towards external things, to such a consummation, I know not after lifelong reflection what noble austerities may lead. Upashama is the cessation of the illusions, and so of the worries of the world. This is said to be the only fruit borne by the pursuit of this vow, namely, Kshutam, or study of Vedic wisdom, other vows being ordained to bear fruits in the form of worldly prosperity. Jirna eva manoradhascha hrudaye yatam cha tadyauvanam hantangeshu gunascha vandyafalatam yata gunagnairvina kim yuktam sahasabhyupaiti balavan kala krutam tokshami ha jnatam madananta krangi yugalam muktvasti nanya gatihi. 83. Desires have worn off in our heart. Alas, youth has also passed away from the body. The virtues have proved barren for want of appreciative admirers. The powerful, all-destroying, unrelenting death is fast hastening in. What is to be done? Ah me! I see there is no other refuge left except the feet of the destroyer of Cupid. Madanantak. Shiva is so called in allusion to his having turned the god Cupid to ashes on the eve of his marriage with Gauri. Maheshware va jagata madishware janardane va jagadantaratmani navastubheda pratipattirasti me tadhapi bhaktistarunendu shikhare. 84. I make no difference in substance between Shiva, the Lord of the universe, and Vishnu, the inmost self of the universe, but still my devotion is attached to the one in whose crest there is the crescent moon. This sloka has been brought forward by the poet as a doubt may arise in the mind from the preceding sloka, where the poet says that Shiva is the only Lord to take refuge in. Here the poet says that really there is no difference between Shiva and Vishnu, but he is by nature attached to Shiva. This is what is called Istanistha, or the devotion to one's own ideal. The word Janardana has been variously derived, the verb Ardha meaning both destroying and protecting. If the former meaning be taken, then the word would mean slayer of the Janas, demons living in the sea. Jagadantaratmani, This word has been variously interpreted. First, the inmost self of the universe. Second, one who is the knower of all inner things in the universe. Third, one who is the self of all in the universe. Or it may mean fourth, in whose self is the whole universe. Sfurat swara jyotsna dhavalita tale kwapi puline sukasinaha shantadvanisu रजनीषु द्युसरितः भवाभोगोद्विग्नाः शिव शिव शिवेत्युच्चवचसः कदा श्यामानन्दोद्गत बहुलबाष्पाप्लुतदृशः. 85. Sitting in a peaceful posture during nights when all sounds are stilled into silence, somewhere on the banks of the heavenly river, which shines with the white glow of the bright diffused moonlight, and fearful of the miseries of birth and death, crying aloud, Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. Ah, when shall we attain that ecstasy which is characterized by copious tears of joy held in internal control? The last line also reads differently. Kada Syamanandodagata Bhaula Bashpa Kuladrushaha. When shall we have our eyes filled with copious tears arising out of joy? Vitirne sarvasve taruna karuna purna hrudayah smarantah samsare viguna parinamam vidigatim vayam punyaranye parinata sharachandra kiranah triyama neshyamo haracharana chintaika sharanah. 86. Giving away all possessions with a heart filled with tender compassion, remembering the course of destiny which ends so ruefully in this world, and as the only refuge for us, meditating on the feet of Hara, that is Shiva. Oh, we shall spend in the holy forest nights aglow with the beams of the full autumnal moon. Kada Varanasya Mamaratati Nirodhasi Vasan Vasanaha Kaupinam Shirasi Nidadhanonjali Putam Aye Gauri Nada Tripurahara Shambho Trinayana Prasidetya Kroshanni Mishamiva Nyeshami Divasan. 87. When shall I pass the days like a moment residing on the banks of the celestial river in Varanasi, clad in a kaupina loin cloth and with folded hands raised to the forehead, crying out, O Lord of Gauri, the slayer of Tripura, the giver of all good, the three-eyed, have mercy. Snatva gangaihi payobihi shuchikusuma falairarchayitva vibhotvam dhyeye dhyanam niveshya kshitidhara kuharagrava paryankamule atma ramaha falashi guruvachana rasatvat prasadat smarare dukkham mokshekadaham samakara charane pumsi seva samutham. 88. Having bathed in the waters of the Ganga and worshipped Thee, O Lord, with unblemished fruits and flowers, and having concentrated my mind by my stony bed within the mountain cave on the object of my meditation, blissful in the self alone, living on fruits and devoted to the Guru's words, when shall I, O thou enemy of Cupid, through thy grace become released from the grief which has arisen from my serving the man of prosperity? Samakara charane, with the sign of a shark in the feet, said to be a sign of uncommon prosperity according to the science of divination by bodily signs. Ekaki nispruhaha Shantah Panipatro Digambaraha Kada Shambho Bhavishyami Karma Nirmulana Kshamaha. 89. O Shiva, when shall I, living alone, free from desires, peaceful in mind, with only the hand to eat from, and the four quarters for garment that is naked, be able to root out all karma? Panim patrayatam nisarga shuchina भैक्षेन सन्तुष्यताम् यत्र क्वापि निशीदताम् बहुतृणं विश्वं मुहुः पश्यताम् अत्यागेऽपि तनोरखण्ड परमानन्दावबोधस्पृशा मध्वा कोऽपि शिवप्रसाद सुलभः सम्पत्स्यते योगिनाम्. 90. Those who have only their hand to eat from, who are contented with begged food, pure by itself, who repose themselves anywhere, that is, require no house or bed, who constantly regard the universe like almost a blade of grass, who, even before giving up the body, experience the uninterrupted supreme bliss. For such yogis, indeed, the path which is easy of access by Shiva's grace becomes attainable. The path, that is to say, of moksha or supreme liberation. End of Chapter 9. Worship of Shiva. Recording by Uday Sagar.